everyone, it's Quintin. Today we're going to be doing a Japanese candy kit. It's going to be the Poppin' Cookin' Ramen kit. It's a big staple in Japan for candy making kits. Believe it's #1. That's just from one source. I'm going to make it, but Jun wants to hit the camera. He wants to come into view. You gotta go away though. Sorry, Jun. But all the instructions are in Japanese. I don't know if you can see that, but all the instructions are in Japanese. So if I'm on my phone, it's because I have the English instructions up and running. Jun just really wants to be in this video. By the way, the cat Jun, his name's Junior, but it's just easier to say that and better. Okay, I need to cut this open. He just really likes this. I'm gonna have to constantly move him. Alright, sorry guys, we had some camera difficulties. We're restarting right now. So I just cut it open. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell notification so you get notified anytime we post. And don't forget to watch all the way through the video because sometimes there's hidden giveaways in some of our videos. So it's really fun. Alright, as we open it, we can see that there's a cute little fork, blue, and I'm not too sure what this is, but it's a blue packet. There's a yellow packet, which I believe will become the noodles. A red packet, which I believe will become the broth, but apparently it tastes like Coca-Cola. So, and then there's the piping bag, also the shaping bag, the candy for the candy dumplings, because there is also dumplings and cute little trinkets, I guess you could call them. Not too sure. And a toothpick to poke in the piping bag. Alright. So the first step in making it is we have to cut these. Oop, another GoPro just went off. So we have to cut these. I want to be very careful because if I mess this up, mess the whole thing up, essentially. So I'm going to just slowly cut the corners wherever I'm supposed to cut. So here and here. So I'm going to slowly cut down here. I have no clue that people do this because it's so fragile. So we cut down the middle to make the two basins, and then we want to cut this again so it goes into a half, and we're going to cut this again so it goes into quarters. So this one, you don't have to be as careful because it doesn't have to be watertight. Alright, so now that we have all of our pieces and we made a little bit of a mess, we have all of our pieces, we can start assembling. So first, you want to make your candy dumplings. So you open up your candy. You want to heat it up if it's not already warm, but we have it warmed up. It smells like Rockets or Smarties. It's like the chalky candy if you live in Canada or America. So basically, what you want to do is you want to break it basically in half. Oh, it's really stretchy. And put some of the candy aside for the Naruto and egg according to the Party Bags Guide. So first, what we want to do is we're going to find the piping bag, wherever it is, found it. And we're going to try and shape it to match, like the sides of it. Okay, we're going to need a little bit more. And so as we're doing this, we need to, I think I may need a little bit more because you have to basically squish it to all the sides to make it circular for the dumplings, which are going to be filled with sprinkles, which are in this one. I can feel them. Bit grainy like. Anyway guys, we're gonna cut now, and when we come back I'm gonna have full circles. Alright, now that I have my little circles, we have to shape the dumplings. So I do need to look at the English instructions because it's all in Japanese, because I do not know Japanese. Oh, so apparently we also need to cut this out even more into the little circle dumpling maker. Cut this out. We have a little kitty cat chewing It's a little cat food next to the camera, so if you hear little crunching noises, that's why. He's chowing down. Alright, I'm almost finished cutting this, but I don't want to like cut through it, because if I cut through it, then I'm screwed. So then, someone's laughing at me. I'm so mean. So then, now that I have my little dumpling maker, you can fold them in half. And what I have to do is I place the dumpling, I guess, inside. It says place the expanded candies on the dumpling mold. Press them to make recesses. I have no clue what that means, but I'm guessing the shapes. So now that we have that, we have to flick this, shape it even more a little bit, then cut this open. I'm going to cut in. So since we have the shape, and these are little sprinkles, I hope this is the right thing that I'm using. It is. Okay, we empty some out into it. I'm going to say about half. Is that about half? Yeah. I think it's a little bit less than half, actually. So dump a little bit more. And there's probably a lot left, but this is not going to be a really filled dumpling. Then what you do is you fold it, boom, and then squish it. Hopefully it will stay. There's a little bit of excess on the sides though. And then when I open it, look, it's a little dumpling. And I'm going to use the scissors to cut the excess off, but I guess you could rip it off. But I want to make this as perfect as I can. So that is one dumpling done. And when we come back, there's going to be 2 dumplings done, and then we can move on to the ramen. You can pause it. Alright guys, now that we have our 2 dumplings made, I underfilled this one and really overfilled this one. Had to eat a bunch of the stuffing because it way too much, and there's still some left in the bag. So this one's a really fat one, but that's alright. Alright, so now we're going to be making the ramen. So first what you need to do is pour water up to the line of the side of the tray. Put the soup mix and mix it well. So I have a little kiddie cup. I'm thirsty. And there's like a little speck of candy in there. I'm going to fill up to the line. So very little water. Just going to place it down. And then I got to see which one's the soup mix. I don't know which one is the soup mix. I believe that it's this one. Because this one has little noodles on it and everything. It should be brown. So if it's brown, we know it's the soup mix. Let's pour some in my hand. Actually, this ain't brown. I think I opened the wrong one. So, I almost dropped all that. We're going to lean this one up. I mean, we're experimenting. This is the first time making anything like this, at least. So, neither of them are brown? Okay. Which one's the soup mix? Oh, man. Hopefully we can find out which one's the soup mix. Okay. So they're supposed to be colored, but I guess that they're not that colored because it does not... Okay, the ramen's supposed to be soda flavored and dumplings soda flavored and whatever. So, one has a little yellow writing, one's supposed to be orange and one's supposed to be brown, but I feel like this one has more in it. Oh, this one, it's brown. It has little brown flakes in it. There we go. I found out the right one. I was about to pour this one in. Then I realized it had noodles and everything on it. See? It was white, but now it's turning brown. I think I may have overfilled it. So I may, sip some out in a little bit. But first, I'm going to mix it until it's mixed fully. So, mix, 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 mix. It's a little bit overfilled, but that's fine. Hopefully. Since it's a little bit overfilled, Or jinx them a little bit. Okay, it's good. Oh, it's strong. It tastes like Coca-Cola or Pepsi. Way more sugary. It says to mix until dissolved completely. I think I still hear some granules. I need a whisk. Imagine making actual ramen. So much more complicated. At least you understand the language fully and know which packet to pour in. Okay. Now that I believe some's excess, that's completed. Let's read the next instruction. Pour water up to the line on this one now. Ooh, do not want to spill that. Just gonna lead it up on a box really quick. Well, it dropped, but it didn't spill. So then we want to fill up to the line on this one. I'm gonna go a little bit under the line because I think last time I went a little bit over. I want to check. It's good. So then, hopefully, which line is it? Pour water up to the line and put the noodle mix. So this is the noodle mix. Yeah, it elevates the water level, so we're good. This thing is putting a weird powdered substance on the top. Oh, this is gelatinous. Oh man, this is gelatinous. See, it's already like puke colored. Kidding. It's more like, oh. No, not lemon. It's still on my hand. Tastes like icing. If you've ever had like Betty Crocker icing, I believe, or something, that's what it tastes like. So now that it's like, well, gelatinous, the next is to make a small hole at the corner of the pastry bag with the pick from the outside. So here's the pick. It has really cool engravings on it. It's not just normal toothpick, but I guess I almost dropped it. I'm very clumsy, if you guys have not already realized. In the last like Tokyo treat and other videos. So I'm so clumsy. Okay, so next we're gonna poke a hole at the corner of the bag. So boom, poke the hole in the corner of the bag. See, you won't be able to see it, but I poked a hole in it. The next thing is to, whoa, it's getting way thicker. So let's mix it up a little bit more. Okay, so fold back the top of the pastry bag, put the noodle mix, and twist the top of the bag. So fold back the edges of the pastry bag like this. Make sure, which corner did I poke? This corner. And then I'm gonna pour the noodle mix in. I may enlist the help of someone to do this with me. So this is not really pouring well. So I'm gonna scoop it to the edge of the box. I scooped it the wrong way. And then I'm gonna wipe off my fork and try and pour this in. Oh, it's going. Hopefully it is. Okay, oh. There you go. Looks a little bit like egg yolks. Okay, this may take a little bit. Oh, there we go. A little bit more fell. Alright. So, since this is going to take a little bit of time to find out how to do this, we're going to cut back and it's going to be filled and then we can pipe. Okay, so now that we have all the filling in the bag, we're going to unfold the top of it. Make sure it's unfolded fully. Then we're going to twist it. Going to make sure. We're going to push it down to where the hole is. Not too much though, because you don't want it coming out prematurely. And then what we're going to do is we're going to hold it like that. And then we're going to pipe. First I'm going to make sure with my little spoon. This is not a spoon. I lick it off because I don't want. Make sure that all the granules in this are all mixed in. Okay? And then what we're going to do I'm just gonna push this down, and we're gonna make some noodles. And after, we have to save a little bit of this so we can make the ramen and egg candy. Little candies that we put on top of our ramen and dumplings. So what I'm gonna do is, ooh, I poked a really small hole. I'm gonna make some little ramens. One big noodle, and then I'm gonna cut it off. Make another big noodle, cut it off. Another big noodle, stop. Keep on going. Alright. Now, hopefully, this makes more, because the bag is a lot. Still has a lot left in it. I'm going to push through some more of this down so that it will, so we can get every last drop of this soda flavored ramen into our broth of cola. Okay? And that is just about as much. And if we don't need as much for the egg candy, we can just, of course, pour the rest in the ramen. Does not really affect. Okay, so we're going to place this down. It's a little bit yucky colored. And so there's our little ramens. I don't know if you can see that, but there's our little ramens. We want to make sure that this is not peeking out of the bag because we need it. Alright, then we're going to place this aside. This over here, it's going to chill. And we're going to use the rest of our candy to make little egg shapes. Little shapes of cool things. So what we want to do is press the remaining candy in the mold and make Naruto and egg. Okay. So we want to push down as much as we can into this little shape. And if you have never watched the anime Naruto, I personally have finished it. Ramen is his favorite food, and this is what he always gets in his ramen. So then what we do is we peel it back. Oh, use a little bit too much, so I'm going to take a little bit out and then remold it so we have just the candy. No remainder or anything, because we want this to look authentic. Not really authentic because it's candy, but we're going to get as close as we can, I guess. So then, now that we have our little star type shape, we're going to place it down on a clean counter. Remember that we don't want any sickness spreading. And then we're going to press the remaining candy into the egg mold. By the way, the physical white candy, I tasted a little bit of it from the excess from the dumplings that I cut off. And it tastes like, how do I put this? Again, like Rockets or Smarties, but in a more candied form. Hopefully I can just take some of these edges, and I can. And then that is our egg. So, oh, I dropped it. What we need to do is we grab our ramen, I guess, and we're going to push it down a little bit more, fold it up, twist it, and we're going to fill our eggs. So let's fill them. And our little Naruto candy we're also going to fill. So now that I have my egg filled, I'm going to show you in a second, but I need to place it down. And I'm going to fill my Naruto candy up. Dun, 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 dun. Waiting music. Okay. This is not going well. Well, it looks good, I guess. Okay. So now that we also have our ramen candy, we can use the rest of it to make more noodles. So we're just going to make a bunch more noodles because I don't want to be wasteful. Because this candy is probably going to be good. It's supposed to be soda flavored, so. Soda's like, cola especially is not my favorite. But, I mean, it's candy, so it's going to be good no matter what. So we're going to make sure we push it all down again and pipe it out. Okay. And then we can get to staging. Oh, got some on my finger again. Oh no. So my instructions, we basically don't need them anymore. So, oh, Okay, now that we have more of our candy, we can place our egg right here on the side, and our little Naruto candy also on the side. And then, now that we have our extra dumplings, we can place them on the dumpling container on the side as well. That is the completed ramen meal. So now we're going to taste test it. First I'm going to taste test the noodles. Again, that's what they look like. I don't know if you can see it because I don't want to spill the broth. And they actually clump together a little bit, so I'm going to try and break them up. But they do really connect like noodles. A bit mucusy. But they really do connect like noodles. Ooh, that's weird. Like, it tastes good. It tastes good, obviously. It's candy. But it actually does feel like noodles. Like, it feels like noodles. Ah! Okay, so now we're going to taste our little ramen candy. Mixed with the broth, the ramen, and the dumpling outside. It's sour, it's sweet, brothy, getting cold-y, and overall, it's pretty good. And more of these noodles. Oh, no. They really are very gelatinous. So now we're going to taste our little dumpling. It has a sandy-ish interior. And that's what it looks like inside. It has almost pop rocks inside. And they're crunchy. And honestly, it's pretty good. Overall, I'd rate this kit probably about an 8.5 out of 10. It was fun to make. Honestly, it's pretty realistic. The noodles look like noodles. They feel like noodles. They don't taste like noodles. But overall, it's really good. So, now that we finished making our candy kit, we made a mess. It's the end of the video. So, don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, and hit the notification bell, because it really supports us to make more videos in the future. And if you like this, we're going to be making more kit candy videos. We have a McDonald's fries and hamburgers run and other ones. So smash that like button for more of these candy kits. Thank you!